Hello, 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 hello. Sorry, I'm like in teacher mode. What's up? All right, so today I just want to talk about 10 tips I have to increase your bookings at VIPkid. These are my personal tips. Now, mind you, I've been with the company less than 6 months. However, my bookings are steadily increasing. I was booked within my first week, within my first month. In my first 90 days, I received feedback. So I'm seeing steady bookings. I'm seeing repeat bookings, repeat students. So these are my tips. Now, mind you, I'm still not fully booked. I'll give you that caveat. However, I just want to make sure that you do not go your first contract without a booking. Okay? These are my tips to help you through the process. Number one, when you first start teaching with VIPkid, change your profile and your bio often. I did this in my first week. I changed the picture probably every day. I changed my bio. I was constantly tweaking it because you can do it right in the app on your phone. It's very simple, very straightforward. What does this do? I don't really know. But my best guess is every time that you make a change or an update to your profile, you get reset somehow with the algorithm and a new batch of parents can see you. That's kind of my guess. I have no facts to back this up, but my hunch is just that constantly changing just refreshes you in the algorithm. It just switches you up in terms of the LPs, the learning partners that notice you and recommend you to parents, and then the parents that may stumble upon you as well. So change it early, change it often. Okay. A note with your profile and your bio if there's a specific level that you want to target. So say you really want to go towards those pre-VIP level 1 babies, that's where your heart is, that's where you teach. Your video should reflect that. It should be very bright, loud, talking to little kids, puppets. Hello. That's how you should approach your video. If, however, like me, you jive better with a level 4, level 5 student, it should be a little more subdued, a little more hi, how are you? In my class, this is what we'll do, things of that nature. So just keep that in mind when you're taking your profile picture and filming your video that you target to the student that you want. Okay? So that's number one. Change your profile and your bio often, change it early, change it often. Number two, post on social media. I do not have WeChat. It's a long story that we're not going to get into today, but I do have Weibo. And I have used it very sparingly, but I have used it. I have posted my schedule and I have retweeted. I don't know what it's called on Weibo, but it's basically the Chinese version of Twitter. Retweeted other content that's related to learning English. I'll post a picture. I'll snap video from a class and I'll blur the student's face out, but I'll post that to Weibo. Like, this was a great moment in class today. Book teacher Deanna today, things of nature. So I definitely suggest you do that. You've got to think there are, I believe, about 60,000 VIPkid teachers, something astronomical like that. You've got to find ways to stand out to these parents and to the learning partners because you are literally a number in a sea of teachers. So I believe that posting on Weibo early got me some attention from somebody and got me booked right away. Number three, while you are waiting for bookings, participate in workshops. And I don't just mean sit in a workshop. When you attend a workshop, leave your camera on and you'd better answer questions and ask questions. Why, Deanna? The LPs, learning partners, watch that. It has been based on colloquial knowledge, based on people's experience in the VIP groups that I'm a part of. As people participate in workshops, there's almost a direct correlation to an uptick in bookings afterwards. So not only should you sit in workshops, but you have your camera on. Make sure your actual teacher name, whatever your show name is what is displayed on the workshop. So don't have your first and last name, have teacher Deanna RLA as your name in the Zoom and participate. Ask questions, answer any questions when they're tossing out ideas for you to share with everyone on the Zoom. Make your presence known because then the LPs will notice you and they will recommend you to parents. So that was number 3. Participate in workshops. Camera on and participate. Don't just sit there, okay? Number 4, certify, certify, certify. Certifications give you greater access to more students. The majority of students in VIPkid are level 2 and 3. However, there's tons of pre-VIP kids coming all the time. And the other reason you want to get certifications is, let's say you get a student that's level 3, you guys form a connection, you're teaching them, and then you realize they're about to graduate level 3 and they want to stay with you, teacher, but you're not certified for level 4. Get certified. You can stay with students that you enjoy teaching. You can stay with them as they progress through the levels, but you can also be be marketed to a wide base of students. I am currently certified for the trial. I'm certified for levels 1 through 5, and I have 4 supplemental certifications. Voice of VIP Kid, proper pronunciation, phonics, and free talk. When I got level 4 and level 5 and those supplementals, I saw an uptick immediately. And then the last one I got was level 1. I'm scared to get the babies, but I really just want to uptick my bookings for now. Once I get to the place where I'm fully booked like I like and I really have an idea of what classes I like and don't, then at that point I'll remove any certifications I don't want. But until you get fully booked, certify in everything that you can. Okay, so that's number 4, certifications. Number 5, and this is a biggie, so listen up. Did you know that you can volunteer to substitute teach? It's a little not widely known fact, talked about here and there, but I recommend to any new VIPkid teacher that wants to uptick your bookings, you use subbing. I did it within the first 1 or 2 weeks of teaching, and I got a few, and I believe I got my first 5 Apple feedback from a sub slot. So how do you do it? You go to the app. Let's see here. Let's go to my VIPkid app. Do you see that little icon with the three dots? The little 3-dot icon? You select that, and then boom. Substitute teacher. Click on that little baby, and you have an availability to talk right there with the sublines. So what I do, oh, hey, I missed some this weekend. They actually were trying to get me to sub. What do you know? Holla at your girl. What I do is I go on 15 minutes prior to a slot I want to teach, and I say, hey, I'm available at this time, Beijing time. I'm available to sub. Use emojis, be kind of cutesy, be very like so eager to help, very thankful for any help they offer you, and it works well. Some people say you should also tell them what you're certified in. I don't even bother with that. I just tell them, hey, I'm available at this time to sub. They know what you're certified in. They can see your profile. So you can add that or not. But I'm telling you, volunteer to sub, you'll get an uptick in bookings. And once you start getting some 5 Apple feedback, or you may get some repeat students, you just may get some more repeat bookings out of it. They may have liked you when you subbed that day, and you get more business from them. So that's it's a way to 1, get students, and 2, get feedback, right? A thing to keep in mind with subbing, they have until 15 minutes into the class to throw you in there. So you have to have some props ready to go that you can teach with at any moment, and just be ready to go with whatever. Most of the time when I've done sub slots, it's been trials. I've also got a handful of assessments, or just, the teacher may have had IT issues and was in there for a couple minutes and got kicked out, and they've got to throw a sub in. So you just have to be prepared. You're going to get a wide variety. Whatever you're certified for, you may teach. But I'm telling you, it's like a guaranteed way to get some slots right away. So that's number 5. Number 6. Can I count? Number 6, open peak slots. So peak slots is 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Beijing time. So translate that to whatever your local time is. I am Eastern time, so I'm 12 hours behind China. So for me, that's 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. I cannot do peak time slots Monday through Friday. I just don't try. I try to get like a 5 to 6:30 just because I have a full-time job and I have to leave for my job. But on the weekends, those slots always get filled. 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern time always gets filled for me because that's peak time in China. Also, I have luck with overnight slots on Friday and Saturday nights. So I recommend anyone who is looking to increase your bookings, if you can do peak time, that's your number one bet. Overnights on weekends is also usually pretty a good bet as well. Okay, so this here's a little nugget that you're not going to hear from a lot of people. So this is what, number 7. Number 7, when you do teach and you're doing your feedback, you're talking to the parents, you give them a little something, and then what the kid did well, da 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 da. At the bottom of feedback, there's a section where you can give a note to the learning partners. They kind of use it as a, was there something that went wrong in class today? Please put a note. Kind of like a, if there's anything that happened in class that you need to inform VIPkid, use this box. Use it every time you teach, and I'm gonna tell you why. Thank the learning partners. They are the ones putting you in front of parents. They're the ones tagging your profile in terms of what characteristics. Are you a patient teacher? Are you really good at props? Are you good with level 1 students? Whatever tags that they add to your profile, the learning partners are the ones that do that. So they're the ones that get you in front of the students that you want to teach. So whenever I teach a kid that I was like, I love this kid, I really want to teach them again, I go down to that little box and I say, thank you, LPs, for suggesting me to this child. You know, Candy is so sweet and she's such a good reader and I really love teaching her. Thank you, LPs. Right? One thing you'll notice is you'll get more bookings in general, but you'll notice commonalities between the students that you see in your bookings. I love upper level kids. I love kids. I'm not a teacher by trade. I'm just going to be honest. And I'm not the most patient person. I'm not even patient with my own children. So that's not my strong suit. But my strong suit is extension. I will find something to talk about with these kids no matter what the content is. So the LPs know that about me. And you know what students I get? I get the very smart students, the students that are maybe a little bit above their level and need extension. They tag you according to your strengths. They show you to those parents and those students. So, if you really enjoy teaching level 1 students, when you get a level 1, you better put that in that feedback to the LP. This student was so much fun. I enjoyed teaching them. Thank you, LPs. I'm telling you, it's a little nugget, goes a long way. So that was number 7. Number 8. Number 8. When you teach a student that is new to you, send them a card after class and make it very personal. Hey, Max, had a great time in class with you today. You are super smart. Can't wait to see you next time. Have a good weekend. Mention something they talked about in class. I had a student that was going to go see a movie after class is over. So in the card, I said, hey, how was that movie? What did you think of it? Tell me about it next class. It's personal, it forms a connection, and it makes the students feel special. So I do that every time I teach a new student. Sometimes if it's a repeat student, I'll do it. Sometimes I won't. It just depends. But new students, I always send them one, unless I don't want to teach them. I'm keeping it real. We don't connect with every student. So if I get one that I don't want to teach again, I do a very general feedback. I don't necessarily thank the LPs and I don't send them a card because if I don't see them again, it's okay. I'm okay with that. So that was what, number 8? Send cards to students. Number 9, you need to market yourself. Think about yourself as a small business because ultimately we are independent contractor and VIPkid does not guarantee bookings. So you need to market yourself in any way possible. For example, one thing is your appearance. I never wore red lipstick until I started teaching ESL. One, it's really good for the students to see your mouth and what you are pronouncing, right? It's good from a practical standpoint. But 2, you're teaching at 1 o'clock in the morning, at 4 a.m., you're teaching at 10 o'clock at night. You look tired. because you are. So I wear makeup when I teach. I'll at least wear a tinted moisturizer, and I kind of go a little heavy on it, whereas I might not put on full foundation. I'll do a tinted moisturizer, I'll clean up my eyebrows and maybe do mascara and a lip so I don't look dead. Because if I just roll out of bed and teach, I look dead. I look like I rolled out of bed to teach. So that's one thing, just your appearance. Another thing is plaster your teacher name everywhere. I have my teacher shirt that I wear all the time. So there's two things about this. One, they see my name, Teacher Deanna, and they see 5 stars. So it's a subtle reminder to give me feedback. I have my teacher name. This is mine for VIPkid. I have one for, if it will cooperate, I have one for GoGo Kid as well. So GoGo Kid does stars, VIPkid does apples. So I do my 5 apples for VIPkid, 5 stars for GoGo Kid. Um, why? Why should you do that? Um, a very common thing that you'll find with teaching is parents will record you. Well, there's two things. Um, the sessions are recorded, so they'll have access to watching them later. If it's the first time you've taught their child and don't have no rapport with you and don't know you, seeing your name when they go to rebook you again, it's just a reminder. It's reminding you that, hey, this is Teacher Deanna, Teacher Deanna, Teacher Deanna. There's probably a million Teacher Deannas, so having my specific show name, when they go back to the playback, like, wait, what teacher was that? Teacher Deanna RLA. They can find me. Another thing I also do is when I'm writing feedback, I write it in third person so I can insert Teacher Deanna all throughout the feedback. Teacher Deanna thought this about this. Teacher Deanna this. Teacher Deanna that. I don't write it from first person. I write it from third person so that I can insert my name. Again, it's just a subtle reminder of who I am. Come back to my class. Please give me feedback. So that's another thing. So market yourself as many ways as you can. Oh, and the other thing I was going to mention, sometimes these parents will take a cell phone recording and post it to social media, and that is gold because now you've just broadcast yourself as a teacher with VIPkid all across social media in China to their friends and family, and that's basically a um a a lead for you. From I work in marketing in my full-time job. So that's like a qualified, very high prospect lead for you to find new students. So just think about yourself as an independent contractor, market yourself, be presentable, plaster your teacher name as many places as you can. All right, so you're waiting. What is tip number 10? Drumroll number 10? Teach well. It should be kind of, obvious, but I should mention it. Teach well. Do as well as you can, knock it out the park with these students, and form a relationship and rapport however you can. I will not say that I'm an expert at that. I'm still working on it, but I'm finding that once you connect with those students, once you find something that you can lock on to with them, um, they'll come back. And every time you teach, you get better. So the more bookings you get, the more you get in the swing of things, you get into a rhythm and you become a better teacher. Practice makes perfect. Um, so I just want to put that out there. So prep, make sure you have some props. Make sure you look at your materials. If it's a lesson that's new to you, look at it in advance. And, maybe I use Google Slides now, so I love that. That's an option for anyone that wants to do digital props and rewards. So look at the materials overnight and um find ways to spruce it up and make your classes stand out from other teachers, because again, you're in a sea of thousands and thousands of teachers, so you got to look special, you got to stand out. So I hope that was helpful. I've been on for almost 20 minutes, so I'm going to wrap it up with that. But those are my 10 tips to increase your bookings at VIPkid, get yourself noticed by parents, and be on your way. I hope that was helpful. Happy teaching and good luck.